What's up, guys? So I was watching a video, one of Alex Hormozzi's videos actually, and he was talking about how one of his biggest regrets is not documenting the early parts of his journey and kind of the beginning and the struggles and not documenting it enough. So it made me think that I should probably start doing that more often. It's really not the easiest thing to do because I have so much other things going on. I'm thinking about so many different things. I got jobs coming in, like, slowly, you know what I mean? I'm not like super busy, but I have like this big chunk of jobs this past week. Like I had like 6 or 7 jobs because somebody gave me their contracts. Now, when I say contracts, they're kind of more just like people within a specific neighborhood that go to him because they all know him. So they're pretty much all referrals from each other. But he gave them to me, and they're kind of like odd jobs. Like one might be pruning like a palm tree, and then the other one might be ripping a bush out. One might be trimming hedges, and yeah, I mean, like, listen, I don't mind doing that. It's money, right? And I'll, I need to like take what I can get right now. But I will say it's a little bit frustrating because two things. First of all, it's a 55 plus community, and him giving me these jobs, I have to obviously be reasonable with what I charge. And when I say reasonable, really, essentially less than what I would charge anybody else outside of that 55 plus community, which is fine still, you know what I mean? Like, it's keeping me busy. I got revenue coming in because of it. But I will say, yeah, it's been stressful. Like going to the dump, 2, 3 times a day, like for not a lot of money, just a little bit stressful. Um, Not to mention, I think too much, right? I'm thinking about the wear and tear on my truck, right? Like it's like I gotta run a business with this truck. Like, what am I worried about the wear and tear on it for? Like, I just went and got an oil change. The guy said your oil's really not that bad. It's like, yeah, that's my head. That's me thinking like, ooh, I want to make sure this truck stays good. Like, my worst fear is the check engine light coming on. It's like, dude, things happen, and I really gotta work on that. Um, I think that's kind of, one of the golden things about making these videos is like the mindset, the way I'm thinking, right? So obviously I'm thinking I want to be busy, right? And then when I get busy, I get frustrated, and not frustrated like because I'm busy, but because now I have to think about a million different things. And it's hard to plan for that when you're not busy, and then all of a sudden it comes quickly like that, right? But you're grateful for it. And ultimately, I know that like revenue is the answer to all my problems. Like, I know the more money I make, the not less problems I'll have, but the more equipped I will be to handle them and to deal with them. So yeah, I plan on, you know, um, just kind of, taking these jobs as they come in. But also in the back of my head, right, I'm thinking about, okay, now these jobs are all kind of one-offs. None of them are really reoccurring, and so they're gonna stop eventually. And when they stop, what am I gonna do, right? Like, that's where my head's at now. Like, so my marketing so far has been door hangers, right? And I put like very good prices for the first lawn mow and the first pressure wash. That was kind of like my offer, you know what I mean? I think it was 125 for the first pressure wash, which includes like one thing. Like, so if it's the house, then it's the house. If it's the porch, it's the porch, etc. I thought about it, and obviously I try to put the door hangers on homes that I wouldn't mind doing for that price. Um, but if for some reason like I got like a huge house, I would have to tell them, it's got to be a little more than 125. But so far that hasn't happened, and I have gotten a few calls from them. But the thing with those are like the same thing, right? Like, I think I've gotten one, maybe two reoccurring contracts from that. Altogether, right now I have four for lawn mowing. Um, but ultimately, they've just really got me one-off jobs, and so yeah, I don't know. The door hangers work, but it's a lot of work to like put them out. It takes a lot of time. So when you factor in the time cost of it, the effort obviously to walk miles and miles up and down roads and up to people's doors, I don't know. I mean, worth it, yeah. Like because I was just starting out, but now like I have like 13 Google reviews. I think it's time I start running ads. So I think that's what we're gonna do this month. Is I'm gonna put $10 a day in ads. So $300 for the month. To be honest, it's like I can swing that, right? And if it gets me even one pressure washing job, it essentially will pay for itself, if not pretty damn close. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will keep you guys posted and let you know how those go. And if you're trying to run a business or you're trying to get things started, just stay focused and focus on the next thing that you can do, right? The next right thing, the next problem that you can solve, pretty much, right? That's how it goes. And you can either do that stressed out of your mind and like thinking worst case scenario thoughts, or you can do that like thinking everything's gonna be okay, right? Bob Marley style. It's really up to you. So when you put it like that, right, it's like the problems and the solutions are gonna exist regardless. But how do you want your mindset to be while you deal with all that? So thanks for watching, guys.